This is a pop-up podcast set powered by Flip. I'm going to show you how I got all these Flip items, how you can get some of them on the house, and we'll do our full review. We'll leave this one if you have some time. Watch the entire review because we're going to cover several products. And if you just want to know which one's which, don't worry. I'm going to be cutting this up into specific items that we got from Flip for reviews, clips, and flips. We're going to start off with what is behind us, which is our TV stand. So we have our pop-up podcast powered by Flip. This setup is specifically for us to hit the road with so we can go on the street, do the street interviews. We can go to somebody's venue, somebody's office. We do have a professional podcast studio, which we're actually in, and you can see some of the computers on the other side. But again, this specific setup can be run by a mobile phone. So we're going to start out with this TV stand. This is from Pile. It came in a 2-pack. It has the standard VESA cord, and it does go pretty close to about 5 feet, just short of 6 feet. So we will call that maybe a 5'8" around there. And then you'll have the TV on, but it'll be 6 foot with the TV mounted. These will hold up to a 32-inch TV, up to close to I think it was like 60 pounds, which it said. So I'd recommend getting the LED or the LCD TVs again, specifically with the VESA. Now we're going to go on a hunt to get these this weekend. We're going to look for two 32-inch TVs that come with the VESA mount. This is an older TV now. It's an Element name brand. It had the VESA mount, no problem. And this could also be powered by our battery packs, which is why this is going to be one of the ones that we take on the road with us. This is pretty heavy duty. This is the same size as a typical DJ speaker stand. Again, this is super heavy duty, so I love this, and it's light. Now, we do have the heavier duty ones, which I saw in another video. I have a big 70-inch vibe board, which is never going to leave here. It's too heavy. I do have the traditional one where it has the 4 wheels and it has the laptop bay and the wire hider. That is not convenient to take on the road, even though it'll take the same size TVs. So this is super portable, which is why we got that. So that's one of your things on Flip. Again, we're talking about the Pile TV stands. Are microphone holders. This came in a 1-pack, 3-pack, and 5-pack. It is by Geek Stand. So these are running anywhere between $30 for one, and they did have a sale where it's $150 for 5 of them. This is the 3-pack that we got for $65, and this is January 2025 when we made that purchase. So to start off, yeah, this is a little more heavy duty than some of the other stands I have, but it's still light and portable. So I'll call this medium duty because it's definitely not plastic. It's not aluminum. It is very flexible. Now let's start on the bottom. This is where you can tell good stuff from bad stuff. So what we have is this tripod style where it moves out, where it's not an umbrella style, because those typically break. So this has a very good mount. You can keep this really low and balanced so it's not going to fall over. Like we'll show you here, these are pretty balanced. What I don't like about this, well, it depends. Everything has a depends answer. So I like and don't like certain things. Now this was easy to put together. It does have the really fun red. It was a 3-piece setup, very flexible, and it's been all angles for us. What it doesn't come with. So this is there's 2 size standard. This is the smaller of the 2. So it won't fit a traditional professional mic thread or even the condenser mic threads. You're going to need some adapters if you want to mount like a Yeti style mic, condenser mic. We have the Shure 55s. They didn't fit. Again, we're going to have to get adapters, but not a problem for us. I have a whole bucket full of stuff and adapters. Got to go through them during the weekend and find them. So I do like that this is really easy to go, and it slides. So again, you can get all these really cool angles. So if you want to show off the gear or if you want to hide it, that'll work for you. Now the other cool part, it did come with microphone holders. Now we're going to talk about that now. It looks like it's got a built-in adapter. I couldn't get this out, so I can't tell if it's an adapter or if it's just the way it is. But had I able to remove this, again, you'd have that standard size. So you have to find either the adapter here or the other one. This particular microphone clip, the standard microphone did not fit in here. Again, this is a standard DJ style wireless. All the brands did not fit in here. The wired XLR, I have a Samsung, and we have a Shure, and the more of like this, the metal singing mics. The ones that are tapered will fit in here, but the standard, wireless mic that take batteries or rechargeable did not fit in the holder it came in. Now, the good part about that, every time I get a wireless mic kit, now this is the polymer kit, also available on Flip. This is the reporter mic. They also sell the foam covers and the mic flags. You can get all this stuff on Flip. These fit great in there. So not a problem if you have to do this completely on a cell phone. Now, this is the same one. This is from the cell phone style, and they fit right in here. So what you're going to do is if you have any of the Movo mics or any of the other name brand mics, the DJIs that they sell on Flip, they're just going to go right here. They either mount on the cold shoe, or you can clip them on there. Or if your mic doesn't fit, a little bit of Velcro always works. And then you cover that up. So now you have your cell phone, and you have 1 to 2 wireless mics, and you'll have it mounted, and you'll be able to do these street interviews, garage, in somebody's venue, even in your home if you don't have that much room. So I love that these came specifically for the smaller mics and the holders. So that's going to be a great, again, because this is going to be the mobile setup, so that's going to work out very well for that. But I'm personally going to switch out for the clamp microphone holder so I can get any size in. The mic we have here is a Gemini wireless mic and standard DJ style mic. It is powered by the Danuse rechargeable batteries, available on Flip, and these are about $20. It's really cool that they are USB rechargeables. Now, they're not fast. It takes about 2 hours from empty, but when you're doing wireless mics, you always want to have a fresh set of batteries. So I recommend getting a couple of pairs of these, having them charged up, and then just keep charging them between gigs. Again, 2 hours, USB-C. The fun part about that is you don't need the old school charger. You plug them into any USB-C charger you may have at home or in the car. So it's really good for the car because you can just charge on the go. So, and there's no noise. If you ever had old school rechargeable batteries, I had the 15-minute batteries. They were loud. They felt dangerous because they got really hot, and you could smell that electrical burn with those rechargeable batteries. So I like these, that they are safe, rechargeable. I can take them anywhere. It's 2 hours to recharge from empty. We use them for our lights. We use them for these mics, but they were specifically purchased for these mics. Now, I got the Gemini name brand as the 500 series headphones to go with these Gemini mics. I wanted to have everything match the set. So we have the analog mixer that we're going to be taking on the road, but if we don't, I do have a digital mixer that I can plug right into the cell phone as long as we have the battery power. I have the old school analog mixer, and all we need is a RCA out headphone jack. And if we don't have the headphone jack, that's where our next toy comes in. We have a USB-C sound card. So you have an iPhone 15 or better, any Android device. What we're going to do is put the USB-C sound card into the phone. The phone becomes the main camera. So we're going to be able to go from the mixer into the mic, because that will be running all the mics if you're going to run on the mixer and the DJ style mics. And then we have the headset. So you can monitor your audio, or you can put the headset into the mixer if you want to listen to there, but you still have the external sound card. So if your phone doesn't come with the headphone jack or the microphone jack in, that's how you get away with this. Again, and these were about $10 each. It is listed as $10 for a 3-pack, but it only came with one. I'm fighting with Flip currently. These are not available on Flip yet. This is the Rode Wireless Go, the original ones from 2019. So that is my favorite. So what I like to do is use the reporter style, hook that right into the cold shoe, Pop that on. And again, we can put these right on the mics, or we can go back and forth. I do recommend getting a mixer. I'm going to find if there's any cool mixers on Flip, so then I can have multiple mics running off a cell phone. So that is our setup. The products again were the Pile TV stands, Geek stands, microphone stands. Again, these are like these podcast style, the boom mics. We have the Movo stand. We have the mic flags. We have the foams, which are sold separately, but Movo does make a kit with all three. We have the Movo USB-C sound card, Dan-use rechargeable batteries, and our Gemini headset. Thanks for watching.